So in this video, I am going to go grocery shopping with you. Oh, my boobs are hanging out. Come on, Crystal, look alive. In this video, I am going to share with you basically the ins and outs of grocery shopping. I'm going to take you along with me and go through what I like to look for and help you out if you're trying to be vegan, if you're trying to eat healthy, and ultimately save you some money and save you a lot of hassle and time in the grocery store, wasting time, if you will. I don't know. You're just going to go grocery shopping with me, and I'm going to tell you my logic in the whole scenario. Okay? Let's go. Let's go. And we are here at the one and only H-E-B. Look at all the beautiful flowers. Summertime. Starting off with my first and number one tip, not only will it help you lose weight and get you healthy, but it will also save you some money in the long run, is incorporating some more whole plant-based foods. You gotta eat you some fruits and vegetables. Incorporate them into your diet more often, and it will save you some doctor visits later. It may help in preventing high blood pressure issues, high blood cholesterol, and things such as that. And not only that, eating these types of foods, these whole foods, will actually help you to feel more satisfied and nourished rather than eating all this junk processed high carbs and refined sugar foods that leave you feeling unsatisfied, that have no fiber, that leave you craving more and ultimately sacrificing not only your health but spending you more money in the long run. Another tip I would give is to fully take advantage of your bananas, people. You can do so many things with bananas. You can substitute it for butter. You can make your own vegan ice cream. You can do all kinds of stuff. Just chop it up before they get too bad and freeze them. Very big tip. While there is enough supporting evidence to get organic over conventional if you have the money to do so, things such as bananas or oranges or watermelon that have an outer layer shell, I personally don't get organic on most fruits and vegetables. There are a few that I do, but for the average person looking to get healthy, any fruit or vegetable would be good and beneficial for your body. In regards to junk food, organic versus non-organic, junk is junk. If you have organic poop versus regular poop, it's still poop, if you get what I'm saying. And if you look at the back of the package on these two examples right here, they both have the same ingredients. One just has a fancier name, has organics in front of it, and a better packaging to make it look and seem as it is healthy, and it's not. I also had to point out that these two have nearly the same amount of calories and fat. One just has a lesser serving amount than the other, and actually the one with organics has more sodium. So save your money. Don't worry about organics when it comes to junk. Moving right along to packaged fruits and vegetables, and holy bejeez do they mark the prices up on these fruit trays and convenience packaged items. Doing it yourself, you might sacrifice a little bit of time in the kitchen, but you will save you big time in money. And half the time when they prepackage these foods, you wanted celery, they gave you carrots, you wanted an apple, they gave you an orange. Heck, when you do it yourself, you can put exactly what you want in that package. And in regards to these packaged fruits that were packaged however long ago and have no expiration date, you're not really getting the nutritional benefits from these fruits, and you're getting a lot of sugar and excess preservatives. Now don't get me wrong, we're all suckers for convenience. I totally understand. These are high-priced items. However, you want to keep an eye out for these markdown stickers. That will save you big time. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the food quality is bad. It's just becoming closer to the expiration date. But you still want to make sure to fully check that the quality is still guaranteed. And come on, these for 99 cents where you get to hand pick them yourself, or these for $2.50? No thank you. And who buys 2 potatoes for $5 whenever you can get a whole big case, a whole big bag for like $3 or $4? It's me, my favorite. And the same thing applies here. Look, we got $2.39 for a big old bag of oats. Well, a box of oats, where you can get about 30 to 40 servings. It's got 42 ounces, or you can get $3.35 for 10 packages. And not only that, but you're getting a whole bunch of additives that you don't necessarily want. Also, a lot of these packages have a lot of sodium in them as well. And hey, even if you get the Hill Country Fare for $1.50, you get 10 packets when you're still getting a whole bunch of crap too that isn't necessarily healthy. So instead of getting all these convenience packages, every once in a while here and there I may, but to save me some money and to save me in health, I get this one. And the same thing applies with your rice and your beaners. If you take away anything from this video, just take away that packaging equals processed and sugar and sodium. Take full advantage of cooking with garlic and onions, and that way you can control how much is going into your body. A little vegan tip here on the refried beans. Check the back to make sure there's no lard, because if there is, that is not vegan. In regards to salad dressings and oils and mayos and such, I personally do not use them. If you do, then light can be beneficial. Just check the back of the label and make sure that the ingredient list isn't too cray. And this one I was fairly pleased with. But for me personally, I love to incorporate my cilantro, my garlic, my fresh herbs, oregano and such. And even in the spice department, I mean, you can really jazz up a salad with just some basic spices. Even in something such as simple as this, I still pay attention to the back to make sure that the ingredient label list doesn't have a whole bunch of additives or sugar or sodium, because the last thing you want to do is load yourself up in sodium, puff yourself up more, and you're like, what the heck, I'm eating healthy, what's going on? And in regards to the knockoff version or the brand version, I get the knockoff version because, hey, buy 2 for $3 or 1 for $3, come on, they have the same ingredients. Save your money. And here I give a few examples of some canned goods where you are just paying extra for the brand name. Over there we had 45 cents. Over here we have 54 and 94 and $1.50 even, when they're ultimately the same exact ingredients. Pick it up, look at the back of the label to make sure, and save your money rather than paying them to have a fancier label and just look nicer. A little vegan tip for those that are interested. I know we can always look at the back of the package to make sure that there is nothing that is of an animal product. In this case, it's pretty apparent. Beef stock was the first ingredient, and therefore we know it's not vegan. Sometimes it'll say on the front of the package, sometimes it doesn't. But where it is not apparent, such as these fancy packages that say well and yes and vegetables and ooh, so good for you, when you flip it over to avoid some time and hassle at the grocery store, just look at the very bottom of that ingredient list, and it has to say whether or not it contains any milk, dairy, eggs, wheat, and such. All those allergen information. Another vegan tip is check for gelatin in soups, as that is collagen from animal body parts, and sometimes they use that as a thickening agent. And I also had to point out the sodium, of course, but you know, just make your own soups with some fresh vegetables and spices, boiling water, and tomato paste, and you're good to go. And thank goodness I am no longer dependent on these caffeinated beverages that I have to waste my money on that, or these packaged poison junk food items over here. Or do I even take a gander in this aisle of sugar water, where they try to sell you that these are the best electrolytes for your body to have, when ultimately, like I said, it's sugar water, that or filled with dextrose and citric acid and a whole bunch of other names that you don't even know what they are, and sodium. And so I prefer to get my electrolytes from regular fresh fruits and vegetables, as it should be. And over here we have a sugar-free line that has caffeine that ultimately gets you addicted and contains maltodextrin and aspartame, fake sugars if you will, as in this aisle right here, that ultimately wastes your money, wastes your life, and makes you gain weight. And finally, we have made it to the frozen section, which means we are almost done. Thank goodness. I just wanted to point out these blendables right here where they give you a little portion size. And, you know, you can get that for convenience, or you can buy these big bags of frozen fruit and you can concoct your own little blendable creation yourself. It'll save you some money doing that. And in regards to health over here in the frozen section with fruits and vegetables, you know, I'm okay purchasing these packages because most of the time they don't have a whole bunch of extra sodium and or sugar and preservatives. But when you get further down the line, when they make their own little zesty, crafty creations, just beware and just check your labels just to make sure. That was fun. All the groceries later. A lot of people there. Am I the only one that goes to a grocery store at the time that everybody goes to the grocery store? It's like it's a little family reunion whenever I decide to go. It is after 5 though. Got all the bananas. They don't have any more. And of course, this stuff. It's my favorite, y'all. I've been cheating on the almond nut coconut that I usually get with this stuff. So yummy. And now, we go into our cart stack, people, which is way over there. Always put your cart back. Look at this, guys. The most beautiful flag. And that, my friends, is how you get groceries. Yes, indeedio. It is a windy one. Look at all this wind going on here.